Can you fly, Bobby?
Clarence, no!
I know, you came here because everybody else is talking about it, but they're all going to have mid-ass takes where they can't stop touching their chest for some goddamn reason. You're looking for little sprinkles of salt in the news, aren't you? Anything you can take with you on the go to get past customs. Well, don't worry, now that Jim Ryan is apparently quote-unquote retired, I hear his private jet is free. So you don't have to take just small quantities of salt with you past security. You can take as much as you want now, because there's plenty for everyone. No need to crush each other's heads with an ATM. The last thing we need right now is more violent salt offenders. I mean, for Christ's sake, the ponies are creating enough tension out there in the wild as it is. I mean, just take a look at this pony arguing with another nerd about Starfield in public.
I don't really? I don't deserve to be on this line because I'm wearing a Starfield shirt? It's the greatest game ever.
Mid-game.
No, it's not a mid-game. Starfield is not a mid-game. I think Spider-Man 2 might be mid.
Why?
I mean, I'm going to be honest. It looks like a CW11 show.
No.
And this is
No,
coming
Gotham
from a,
Knights is
this
a
is coming,
CW show.
This is coming
But
from a
the
Spidey
TV
fan,
the
too.
video game show is a CW.
Yeah, it's coming from a Spidey fan, too.
I play. It's all right, but but it doesn't really move anything. Like, no. Everyone kept on hyping. It's a game of the generation. I'm like,
that's a game.
Loading screen, not seeing anything. Pick up stuff. You know, fun missions, but like, it doesn't really change anything.
I know, but it's not a trash game. I think it's pretty good.
You was over here sliding,
It's Karen!
I want to speak to your manager!
Look at these two faggots! Oh my god! Word of advice, my friend, the first thing you do when you see a pony in the wild is not pull out your camera. This agitates them and makes them very violent. Now, while that pony was cringe and absolutely looks 100% how I imagine every single anti-Xbox Twitter user looks like, it was still a very Karen moment of you to pull out your phone and play victim. I guarantee you this man was talking shit before he hit record. But never in my life would I have imagined we would get to finally see a Twitter argument happen in real life. The console wars have spilled outside of social media. Now they're happening in the real world. This is insane. And just like we all imagined, it went the way we expected it to. Two mega nerds with no lives, flinging words at each other and walking away. Very uneventful, but still, to imagine a PlayStation fanboy and an Xbox fanboy in real life console warring in line is insane. But once again, it all starts with Starfield. It was all because the guy was wearing a Starfield shirt, and so he told him he doesn't deserve to be in line. Oh my god. What is it with Starfield? Why does it keep causing so much chaos around the world? What is it with people not being okay that others enjoy this game? I don't understand. Well, either way, you're both massive retards and you both look stupid. Thank you for making gamers look exactly how the media tries to portray them. But then again, like someone told me on Twitter, if this man never hit record, nobody would have believed him that a pony would do this in real life, so I don't really know what to say. But then again, that's why you guys clicked on my video anyway, because I know you've already seen this story from other mid-ass tubers who provide no entertainment to you, or no value whatsoever, but you knew the minute you clicked on my video I would have far more to share. A pony losing his mind over someone wearing a Starfield shirt in public is one thing, but it pales in comparison to the salt of today's news that you've already seen. Breaking, Microsoft's Activision Blizzard deal has been approved by UK regulators. Microsoft is now free to finalize its giant $68.7 billion acquisition. Oh, Tom, come here, you. Mwah! I'm gonna kiss you in your big-ass forehead.
You're positive. You got the HIV.
I can always count on you to be on time with the news unlike anyone else, and also, for the most part, have a pretty neutral take on it compared to other reporters. I've been waiting for the day you would finally tell me it happened. And so it did. And you hear that? Ah, the screams of agony of every single pony around the world. This is incredible. It was a long, hard-fought battle, Phil. It was either gonna be you or Jim Ryan getting canned. And you told yourself in the mirror every day, it ain't gonna be me. Well, it seems that determination paid off because Jim Ryan is gone, Microsoft Activision Blizzard is yours, and Game Pass is starting to look like an even better deal.
To celebrate that Microsoft's acquisition of Activision, here's a quote from the late Steve Jobs.
You stupid fat fuck, what makes you think I'm going to listen to Steve Jobs? You know this man used to dip his feet in goddamn toilet water? You know he had curable cancer, but instead of getting the treatment that would have cured him, he went to a twigs and berry doctor and thought he could cure it with yoga too? You're really gonna listen to Steve Jobs, the man who had to be bailed out by Microsoft before? When you have to cheer on a dead man to a soulless corporation to console war, something's clearly wrong with you. I mean, of all corporations to pick, Apple? Really? Current Apple? Let me tell you, I've lived my whole life with no regrets up to this point. That was until I purchased an iPhone 15. Now I'm living with the first regret I've ever had in my goddamn life. When not even Windows XP could do that to me. Jesus Christ, I just can't imagine being so anti-Xbox. You become pro-Apple. What is wrong with you? We've cleared the new deal for Microsoft to buy Activision without cloud gaming rights. In August, Microsoft made a concession that would see Ubisoft, instead of Microsoft, buy Activision's cloud gaming rights.
Congrats! New layoffs will happen. Prices will rise. History shows quality will decline massively. But at least Xbox fans can play all these games they could already play.
Yes! Cry! Cry some more, please! Oh, yes! Oh, I'm so high! Whoa! Woo! I can't even feel my nose. Red Dragon, is that you? Oh my god, this is so fulfilling. This man was a warrior for Linda Khan. He simped for her. He simped for the CMA. And then he simped for the EU regulators. Anybody that stood in Microsoft's way, he would cheerlead for. Until they inevitably stabbed him in the back and sided with Microsoft. Now his whole world has come crumbling down, and it's amazing. Please, the top floor is not enough. I want all 3 stories of his house to crash down on him. It's beautiful. Other than Destin, no one else was more invested in the CMA than the Red Dragon. They were his last beacon of hope. He put all of his faith into them. You know how many tweets he's had to go back and delete? You know what's funny though is the Red Dragon is concerning himself with layoffs from Microsoft, price increases, a decline of quality, and those are all things that have been happening with PlayStation.
I bet the motherfucker's celebrating the ABK deal. The loudest have a gamer score under 10,000.
You know, I hate to say it, but that's kind of a compliment to those people. You think casual gamers care about bragging about a score number like that? No, they care about what's available on Game Pass that's gonna cost them pennies to play. You thinking a casual gamer is going to react to you saying that is hilarious. You know what, why don't you join the line with that Pony and Xbot that were arguing about Starfield? Go brag about your gamer score to them.
The Xbox will remain in 3rd place regardless.
It's funny because it's true.
Have you ever seen anyone in 1st place give a damn about who's in 3rd? Anyone? Anyone? Because I haven't. Xbox has been in 3rd place for a very long ass time, and for some reason, that's lived rent-free in their minds. And you know why that is? That's because PlayStation doesn't have any goddamn games. Let's face it. Anything Sony has put out has been overshadowed by the smallest of news about the ABK merger. And that's sad. I mean, that is pathetic. You could drop the biggest update on Spider-Man 2 right now, and more people will still be talking about the ABK deal. So I highly suggest that if you want Microsoft to stay in 3rd place, you stop talking about them, and pick up those goddamn PS5 titles already. Sony's really relying on it.
Counter-Strike 2 launch trailer, 220,000 likes. Xbox announcing they own Activision Blizzard, 40,000 likes. Counter-Strike 2 is bigger than the Xbox brand.
Lord Almighty! We got the ponies cheering for Apple. We got him cheering for Cyberpunk, and now we got him cheering for Counter-Strike? Oh my god, Phil! This is the greatest acquisition you ever made! This is amazing! You've really broken him down, haven't you? This was your plan all along, wasn't it, Philly? I mean, never mind that the post has only been out for 7 hours, while the Counter-Strike 2 post has been up since the 27th of September. But I don't understand, Counter-Strike is not on PS5. So why are the ponies cheering for it? Why are you rooting for games that are not even on your console? What are you thinking? Does this mean that the ABK merger is gonna continue to do damage to the PlayStation fanboys even after it's all said and done? You mean to tell me I'm gonna be covering this salt for the next few months? Still? I have long said that I am fully committed to helping with the transition. Phil has asked me to stay on as CEO of ABK, reporting to him, and we have agreed that I will do that through the end of 2023. We both look forward to working together on a smooth integration for our teams and players. Brian and I couldn't be more excited for the next chapter of ABK. We now join one of the most successful global companies, poised for unprecedented opportunities to connect the world through our games. As a part of Microsoft, we will be even better together. Bobby. Woohoo! So you mean he's out of there in 2 more months? W? Not really. The man is still getting paid $400 million to leave and faces basically no repercussions for any of his piss poor management of this company over the last few years. The bad guys get the good ending. Life is unfair. I know.
The world's gotten to for people like me, people like you.
But hey, this is one of the most requested things to come out of this merger. We all asked for Bobby to get kicked out. We didn't give him details on how to do it. And in the world of corporate CEOs, this is how it's done. You think that's bad? You should see what the presidents we have get away with. Literal blood on their hands. If they've got a suit and they've got slicked back hair, don't expect the outcome to be fair. But hey, it's 2 months away and then it's bye-bye Bobby. Not that the man is crying on his way out. He's laughing his way to the bank with $400 million. But hey, if the man not being in charge clears your conscience, then there you go. There's a W for you. Today I am thrilled and honored to welcome you all to Team Xbox. I've long been a fan of the incredible games and stories that your teams have created and admired the impact that you've all had on gaming, entertainment, and pop culture. Whether it was late nights spent playing the Diablo 4 campaign with friends from start to finish, gathering the entire family in the rec room for our weekly Guitar Hero night, or going on an epic streak in Candy Crush, some of my most memorable gaming moments have come from experiences your studios have created. Jesus Christ, this reads out like Colt Eastwood wrote it. Now I get where he gets his inspiration from. It's from Phil Spencer, isn't it? Well, at the very least, I'll give Phil this. He's good at the PR talk. He can really convince you into doing stuff you don't want. I mean, just look how he got Eric Guts for the win to have a goddamn wet dream about him. Phil Spencer's job isn't to sell you video games. It's to sell you PR talk. And I'll give him this, he's good at it. Real good at it. I mean, if he's able to get Erica to drop her panties promoting Game Pass, there's nothing this man can't do. Bringing our teams together represents an incredible opportunity for us to learn from one another, unlock a world of possibilities, and continue doing what both our companies have always done. Create stories and experiences that bring players together. Thank you to everyone who contributed to making this moment possible. By combining Xbox with your team's skill and talent, energizing passion, and amazing legacy of games, we will bring the joy and community of gaming to even more players around the world. Our goal is to keep nurturing what makes you great, support you in doing your best work, building groundbreaking games, and prioritizing our shared commitment to putting culture at the center of everything we do. We want to learn from your centers of excellence, exchange ideas and best practices, and empower you to bring your visions to life. As of today, we couldn't be more excited that Activision Blizzard employees are our colleagues, co-workers, and teammates. As mentioned in Bobby's email earlier, he has agreed to remain in his role through the end of 2023, reporting directly to me to ensure a smooth and seamless integration. We look forward to working together as a unified team, and we will share more updates on our new organizational structure in the coming months. What Phil Spencer meant to say was he's gonna lock Bobby Kotick in a closet with a computer made out of cardboard and convince Bobby he's in charge of anything. Right, Phil? I mean, we should still keep him away from the whamming, right? Well, it's nice to know, though, that Phil basically sent out an email and told all of his employees, hey, listen, I'm in charge. Don't worry about that creepy Bobby Kotick guy. I got him under my watch. He has no idea the MacBook I gave him isn't real. Isn't it funny, though, how Phil basically has to tell everyone, look, listen, Bobby's here for just 2 months. Basically having to address the elephant in the room to all his employees in an email. Through this integration, we remain committed to being transparent and sharing information whenever possible. We have a dedicated team ensuring that you feel welcome, have opportunities to ask questions, and that we are creating a culture of trust, inclusion, and collaboration with you. Earlier today, I sent a note to Microsoft letting the rest of the company know that we can now officially welcome you, and there I reiterate that we hold ourselves to a high bar in delivering the most inclusive and welcoming experiences for players, creators, and employees. We are one team, Team Xbox. Over the coming weeks, I'll be visiting the Activision Blizzard and King offices along with members of the Xbox leadership team. There, we'll have the opportunity to address questions and hear from each other. We also look forward to welcoming you alongside Team Xbox at our next virtual all-hands. More to come on these. Welcome to Team Xbox. It's a good day to play. Phil. All right, Phil. You can go on, whatever. You can suck your own dick, I guess. You deserve it. It's been a long, hard-fought battle to get Activision Blizzard. I'll give you that. They didn't make it easy on you, and it shouldn't have been easy for you to acquire them. I'm glad that this merger was scrutinized because it couldn't properly have been approved if that didn't happen. If it had been a cakewalk for them to acquire Activision Blizzard, I would have had no trust in the legal system. I'm glad all parties did their job and investigated before approving and coming to the same conclusions. Yeah, you know, I joked about them wasting my tax dollars, but it would have been way more concerning if nobody challenged Microsoft on this. It makes the approval all that much more deserved. Microsoft legit had to put up with some bullshit this year. Some very questionable bullshit from Sony. So it makes this acquisition all that much more satisfying to see. Now the ball is in your court, don't fumble it. I know we're not supposed to expect Call of Duty on Game Pass anytime soon because of some contractual obligations you got put in place, but the minute you're able to finally do it, don't screw it up. I want all of the Call of Duties on Game Pass, every single one. I also want them enhanced. I'm not going to Steam to buy all of them one by one. That ain't happening. But already you're making the big moves with the other IPs that you have. So as long as Call of Duty is handled right, as long as you don't mess this up, this will be the greatest asset to your company. Then again, it's Microsoft. They're capable of fumbling the ball all the time. So don't get your hopes up just yet. But I'll tell you what you can do. Celebrate. Party hard tonight. There's salt all over social media. It's endless. And you don't even have to share it. But you can share this video. And you can like, comment, subscribe if you so choose to. With that being said, I got more salt to cover and I'll see you soon.
Africongo sucks ass.